Hi, it's Peter Julius here, and in this video I'm going to be talking about loneliness, the different type of loneliness, how to overcome it with my own personal tips, and I think they're quite good. And if you stay tuned to the very end, I will tell you how many people is actually lonely right now. It's more than you think. So the first type of loneliness is the new situation loneliness. It's very common amongst us people. And that loneliness can actually be like when you're moving to a new place, you're moving to a new city, and you don't know anybody, and obviously you are lonely in that moment because you're a little bit unsure where to go, what to do, etc. You might also be starting a new job, which is also falling under the same umbrella, so to speak. And that type of loneliness, especially if you're moving like to a new city, you can, go out to a cafe, start talking to, the people who serve you a nice cup of coffee or tea. You can also go out at night time to have a drink, but it's a little bit harder to communicate people because very often they are drunk, and that can also be fun, don't get me wrong, but that's not one thing I would recommend if you're looking for real friends and really overcome that loneliness. When it comes to loneliness in the new situation, and we're talking about work related, if you're working in an office, you kind of can like sneak out when you see the other people going out for some coffee, or they're having lunch, and just say, hey, can I join you for a coffee? Or some people might even smoke, which is bad for you. You can actually just, I just want a bit of a fresh air, so go and join those people and just have a little chit chat. Where are you from? What are you doing? What are your plans for tonight, the weekend, etc. So that would be one way to avoid the whole loneliness in a new situation. The other type of loneliness is there's no time for me. Yes, that's the people who have a lot of friends, but the friends actually don't have time for you. I'm not saying they're bad friends. It could be because their situation has changed. They could be like they don't have time for you because they're working different working hours. They might be working in a restaurant. You might be working in an office. So that could be one situation. Or they had some kids. They have a new partner, a new boyfriend or girlfriend in their life, which is good for them. But not so much for the people who has like the feeling and emotion of being lonely and have a lot of friends, but they don't actually have time for them. I'm not saying just knock down the door and say, hey, be with me because I'm lonely. That would not be a good suggestion. That would probably end up you being barred for life, etc. So don't do that, but try to entertain yourself when you have like a lot of friends, or find some friends that actually have time for you and want to hang out with you. Another type of loneliness is the no sweetheart loneliness. Again, you feel great at work where you live, there's no problem there, you have friends, you feel good, but you don't have that little lover in your life, so to speak, or boyfriend, girlfriend. And some people experience that, especially a lot in the winter time in the northern part of the world. Well, actually also the southern part of the world. I was just thinking Australia has summer now and we have winter, but anyway. Yeah, so the no sweetheart loneliness is when people have a lot of friends, everything is going great, good job, everything, but they're missing someone to sit and cuddle up to, at night time, sitting, watching a movie, cooking together, a bit more romantic than just, with your friends, holding a little bit of hands, so to speak, or nice massage. Wouldn't that be nice? So yeah, some people are also feeling the sweetness, the sweetheart loneliness. What I recommend that you do for that one, because that's a really big one amongst people out there, it's work on yourself. Yes, work on yourself to become the better version of yourself. And actually I can help you with that if that's needed, because that's why I'm a therapist, helping people with that. Because when you do find that person that you want to spend time with, and he or she wants to spend time with you, you're the best version of themselves, and that is just so perfect. So spend the time when you're feeling alone. I wish I had someone. Well, do something about it. Read a book, see something interesting on YouTube, learn something new, a documentary, or what do I know? Do you have a hobby? Do you want to, you know, explore your knowledge about the universe or space? So you have something interesting to talk about. So that's a good one. There's also one called, what was it called again? Digital loneliness. It can be someone who prefers to sit at home, chat, you know, to different people. It could be friends or just someone they know online, whatever is Facebook, what's it called, Instagram, or any dating sites that can be fine. And all of a sudden that person is busy or not replying, and you're like, oh my god, they left me, what to do? So yeah, that could also be another type of loneliness. Just be careful out there of catfishing, because I'm actually watching a very interesting documentary on YouTube about catfishing. So make sure that is the right person you're speaking to, and do not send any money to them. Otherwise I'll come after you. So yeah, there's also people who is lonely in the digital world, even though they're chatting. So yeah, again, go out there, get a coffee or tea. I know it's not always possible because it might be raining, there might be snow where you are, but just at least try to do some human connection, or, you know, do some video chat if you can. But digital is digital, so don't put too much into it if you don't really know the person, because they have a life, or they might find someone else that's more interesting to talk to. Bring me back to my last point: be interesting to talk to, work on yourself. The last type of loneliness that I want to talk about in this video, before I reveal how many people is lonely in the world right now, is actually the weekend loneliness. Yes, people feel lonely in the work because they love going to work Monday to Friday. And I can actually take myself as an example for that one. I live in Spain now, if you are not aware of that, but before I lived in Denmark, Copenhagen, where I was actually born. I haven't lived there for many years. Besides that, that could be another video. Anyway, I loved my job. I worked in the music industry, and I would say that was one of the best jobs I had. Monday to Friday, I loved it. Good food at the office, amazing colleagues. I met all of the celebrities, free music, was allowed to watch music videos on YouTube all the time, and I loved my job and I loved my life when I was at work. And then the weekend came and I didn't like it, and it was winter and it was cold and there was snow and raining, so I was definitely feeling, you know, the loneliness in winter. And yeah, how did I overcome it? Well, I moved to Spain. Another thing I just want to say before you know, move on to the big exciting news, or exciting how many is lonely. Loneliness is something we have to take a bit more serious than we actually think, because loneliness can also start to cause depression and even stress or anxiety if you are going around it in circles too much. So do something about it, you know, go out there, talk to people, even if it's just a waiter or the cashier or some of your colleagues, you know. I'm almost guarantee they're not gonna bite you. So yeah, the big reveal. Actually right now, 33% of the world's population is lonely right now. So that's like 1/3 of the world. That's a lot of millions. I don't even know how many that is. But just imagine 33% is feeling lonely right now. So why don't you just, you know, connect, and then you can have a good connection together. So yeah, that was all from me today. Please stay tuned for more amazing videos in the near future, and I hope you can use some of the tips, or you can forward to someone who might need it. All right, have a good day. Ciao.